Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final episode of Monsters of the Past. As always, I'm your host, Mr.G. Well, we finally made it. Episode 107. There were 123 cards, but obviously I combined some cards together, so this is the number we're ending on. But it's not that bad of a number to end up on. I mean, there's an entire YouTube series about 107 things, so, yeah. So, what's our final episode? Well, you already read the title. It's Argentinosaurus. Argentinosaurus means Argentinian lizard, and it was unknown what family it belonged to, but it belonged to like 8 different clades. It was an herbivore that lived during the late Cretaceous in Argentina. Argentinosaurus was massive, with some estimates placing it at about 110 feet long. Argentinosaurus was a titanosaur, which were the dominant group of sauropods during the Cretaceous. As their name suggested, they were massive animals. And they consisted of some of the biggest dinosaurs ever. Actually, about that, that's one question that I'm pretty sure everyone who's studied dinosaurs wants to know. What was the biggest dinosaur ever? Well, to be honest, there's really no good answer to that question. Even to this day, Argentinosaurus is considered the safest answer, and it was the dinosaur with the biggest body mass. But there are some other dinosaurs that could be bigger depending on what you count as bigger. For example, there was Barosaurus, which is considered to be the longest dinosaur. There was Sauroposeidon, which at 100 feet tall is considered the tallest dinosaur. There's also Amphicoelus, which gained a bit of buzz for being considered the biggest dinosaur ever. Unfortunately, its remains are very, very, very fragmentary, so we have no way of knowing for sure. Then we have dinosaurs that weren't quite there, but they were still pretty big, like Paralotitan from Africa. Or Supersaurus of North America. Now, I'm sure some of my older viewers might have heard about a dinosaur known as Ultrasaurus, and how that was the biggest dinosaur. Well, let me explain. You see, Ultrasaurus was considered the biggest at one point, but, two things happened. Bigger animals were discovered, and also it was found out that Ultrasaurus never even existed. It was actually just Supersaurus, but misidentified. Overall, if you consider mass to be biggest, then Argentinosaurus is it. If you consider length, then it's Barosaurus. If you consider height, then it's Sauroposeidon. And maybe Amphicoelus for some of those categories if we ever get a true size estimate. So, it's really just a pick your poison scenario. Anyway, now that we got that out of the way, let's look at the card. You know, if I'm being honest, this kind of looks too gangly. Like, it doesn't really look big. The way they drew it, anyway. It doesn't scream biggest animal. Also, this card makes the very common error of claiming it was contemporaries with Giganotosaurus, even though they were off by just a few million years. Well, looks like we're ending this series off on a 9 out of 10. Oh well. Now let's look at Argentinosaurus in pop culture. Some Argentiniosauruses appear in one of the Land Before Time sequels. They were in the Walking with Dinosaurs spin-off Chased by Dinosaurs. And it's an adoptable animal in Jurassic World Evolution. Yes, I know, I'm also disappointed that the last dinosaur doesn't have more appearances. Well, that's all for Monsters of the Past. Join us next time when we do a bit of a wrap-up series, and then we transition into the next series. Bye.